me too. So we can get people. Let me see. I thought it was just gonna pop. Is it showing it? Are you seeing it in the slide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yes, I see it and I hear it. Are you seeing it in the slide? Mm-hmm. That's cool because I can actually comment to people. That's cool because I can actually. Okay, I'm just hearing myself say it over and over and over. Share. All right. So, hello everyone. So I'm gonna have my phone right here because as people interact, I want to be able to see questions, answer questions, whatever, what have you. So we are here on Talk, and I see my hair is doing whatever it wants to do.
Where
is it? This is
oh yeah, hold on. I got you. I didn't see that. You know, I've been fixed it.
Yeah, no, you're good at making sure that I don't look.
I can't see on this side. Okay. Hold on, fix everything. All right.
And we're back. So, hello, welcome to Talk Uncensored Live. I am April Hogan.
I'm Akayshia, Estee.
And we actually just finished filming one of the episodes for Talk Uncensored, and we figured what better thing to do as we practice on starting to go live and do our shows live instead of, pre-recorded. Get on and talk about some stuff.
Right? What are we going to talk about?
Okay, so I feel like one of the things that help you connect with your audience is knowing a little bit about us, right?
About ourselves.
About who we are. So, Akayshia, Estee. Someone called you, is it Estee or Estee? Estee. Okay. At the white party, somebody called you Estee.
Estee.
Akayshia, Estee.
You got an apostrophe, you guys.
Estee. So, tell me.
Like Estee Lauder.
Estee Lauder.
That's where my name came from.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah.
Okay. Now, I've heard of Estee Lauder, but what is Estee Lauder?
It is a major brand with makeup and
I do know. Okay, now that you say it, it's ringing a bell. It's ringing a bell. Okay, so let me ask you, who is Akayshia Estee?
Who is Akayshia Estee? Everybody wants to know, huh?
I know. They do.
I'm a mom, first and foremost, of course. And right after that, I'm an entrepreneur. Of course, I have a talent agency. I am a hair braider. I am on Talk Uncensored with April. I think I'm a woman of many hats. I feel like, and you probably feel the same, that there's nothing that you can't do that you can put your mind to and learn.
Absolutely.
That's who I think that I am. That's who I know I am.
Absolutely. Okay. So, and I'm going to answer the same question. Who is April Hogan? I'm going to say, first and foremost, I am a child of God. I am probably not one of his best behaved children. I'm going to put it out there. Aside from that, I'm a mother. And honestly, I would not be an entrepreneur without being a mother, because I wasn't really headed in the right path. It was the motivation behind, now I have another little person that's looking for me to make sure she's good. That was my motivation behind becoming an entrepreneur, and that's what's pushed me. So I'm very determined. I do not know how to say no to me. My husband told me the other day. Difficult. Yeah. My husband told me the other day, he's like, babe, I love that you find something you want to do and you just go all in. He said, but what I feel like you need to work on is giving yourself time to know that that's really what you want to do, instead of just like, oh, well, I can do anything, so I'm just going to do it. So that tends to be who I am, how I am. But I'm a wife. I am a leader. I own my own business, but I don't consider myself a boss. You know, we may say boss just to, you know, for the terminology, but
I think more people call us, they'd be like, oh, boss lady.
Mm-hmm.
But we are different.
Yeah, I'm definitely a leader. I feel like if I expect you to do it, it's because I believe that you can, and I can show you that it can be done. So I'm not just one who's just going to, and then I'm passionate. So I've been called to be a prophet. I kind of run from the title, but I am one. The prophet that I was called to be like was Jeremiah. I'm one who I cry for people. So I care about people. Like generally when people say, oh, I want to be rich because I want to do this, and I want to do that. No, I want to be rich because like I literally cry because I want to be able to do more for other people. And I'm my limits are based on what I got at the moment. All right. So that'll just show you how I know.
This is her.
It's terrible. It's terrible. So as an entrepreneur, what is your motivating force? So we all know that motivation is not always present, right? So we always want to say that motivation, I'm always motivated. This is my motivation, but we're not always motivated. So when you're not motivated, what is it that gives you the discipline to keep you going?
I think I'm going to have to say my children. I found that out. I found out it was my kids because they are the structure. If I have to keep them structured, and if I'm not keeping them structured, then my life is not structured.
Right.
So without them, I'm more, what's the word? Lackadaisical.
I know what you said.
Whatever the word is.
I would try to pronounce it, but I'd probably say it wrong. But yeah.
I'm more like laid back.
Right.
Yeah, it's like grit. Like we gotta get this.
Right.
So it the number one motivation it would be my children overall. Not to even prove anything to them, because I'm only still proving something to myself.
Right.
But to show them that also, you know, certain things can be done.
Absolutely.
No matter what. No matter how you're feeling, you know, you still gotta get up and you have to make it happen, because the world is gonna keep on moving. It's gonna keep on moving, and you're gonna be stuck.
Well, and I'm similar. I will say 100%. I know mine is my kids. I think the biggest reason is I want to show them, not necessarily that I can do it, but as hard as I have to work right now to get there, not that I want to give it to them, but I don't want them to have to work so hard.
Yeah.
So if
but I think for us too, we teach. We teach them that, hey, these are things that, you know, mommy had to work for.
Right.
And here's the blueprint. Not necessarily just we handing it, but we are their blueprint. So how not, I think being the blueprint for your children should be motivation.
Absolutely. You should be able to pave. Now you can't give them everything because it's not going to do anything, but you should at least be able to pave a way to say like, all right, this is what you want to do. There are steps for you to get there. Like I tell my son all the time because he wants to be a basketball player. Now, I can help you get there, but it's only gonna depend on you.
Exactly.
Like, they're not gonna
your wheeled body.
Say, your mom is awesome. Come on and join the
It's up to your wheeled body.
Right.
And your mind over body.
Right. So tell me about the company that you own.
AB Talent Agency.
AEB Talent. You know what? I'm gonna sound slow. The other day I was in the car. I was like, I wonder. I need to ask her what AEB stands for. Then I thought about it. First, middle, last name.
Yeah.
But I got it now. I didn't have to call you.
Everybody thinks, but you know, some people think my name on Facebook is a made up name.
Really?
Like a stage name or something. No. It's on my license.
That's her legal name.
It's my legal name. So AB Talent Agency derived from me being a dancer and getting gigs and getting booked.
Oh, yeah, she can dance.
I be dancing. Getting booked for things and not being paid for it a lot of times. And majority of the times, I did not get paid. I done some big things, and the biggest excuse that we always hear is for exposure. Right. Okay, I'm exposed.
Been there, done that.
I'm exposed. And so when I created AAB Talent Agency, it was after, of course, I had my children. And it wasn't that I didn't want to dance anymore. It was more so very time consuming for me to be able to dance. And I have a support system, but everybody works, of course. So I took a step back and I wanted to help other people pursue their dreams and show them the routes and the genuine way of making things happen.
Absolutely.
That's really the long and the short of that in a nutshell.
Well, and then didn't it start off as just one thing and then it expanded to all talent?
Yeah, so I did have it as a modeling agency at first, but I was like, someone was like, well, why don't you do talent? Because you can do more with talent. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I switched over to AAB Talent Agency. Mm-hmm. And I do work with more than just, I think I work with more actors than I do models.
Right. It's like everybody just kind of has the modeling as an option on there, but everybody has, different levels of other talents that they utilize.
And I like being hands-on, and I like the teaching aspect of it. Or, you know this, you like seeing your things come alive, or the actual potential come to life. You're not just a person with potential, a dream. You're actually working towards that and making it happen.
Absolutely. So my company is A-Rich Innovations. One of my companies, A-Rich Innovations, but that honestly is the parent company over all of them. So I have A-Rich Innovations, then I have A&J Med Trainings, which is American Heart Association franchise, where I teach BLS, ACLS, CPR, all that stuff. Then I have the Madison County Mamas, which I don't really claim so much because it's my husband's company. I am just the co-owner. I'm the brains behind it. Sorry, babe.
Dance and
and then there is another one, but I can't. Oh, Youth United. So Youth United is the nonprofit piece. So my passion, though, is business coaching. I am a bit between business and finance and helping people understand that if you have a vision, you have a business, you have an idea, the only way it's going to become something is to do something.
Exactly.
And anybody can do it. Like some people that you look at on TV, so I'm just going to use Bow Wow as an example. Bow Wow went from a kid with nothing. I don't want to say nothing because I don't know what little Bow Wow had, but then became a miniature rapper. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about back then. I'm joking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't listen. But I'm saying everyone who has something started from somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. Even if your money and all that got passed down from your parents, somebody in that generation had to do something to get somewhere. So if you didn't come from it, you be one who built it. So me, passion for, and just like you said earlier, being able to watch people go from where like, I don't know if I can do this to I can do it, but I don't know how to really just flourish. Right, exactly. So that's a passion of mine as a business coach and a finance coach. So that's a big part of what I do at my company. So I always have to shout out our thing. AABTalentAgency.com and ARichInnovations.com. So you guys can check out what we do.
Yeah.
Right.
Just go on and click it. Just click it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So tell me, is the most important part? Okay, so I already said we are both introverted. Mm-hmm. I sometimes feel like I'm more, but then I see times where I feel like, okay, well, maybe she got me a little bit. Tell me,
my meltdown.
Even as an introverted entrepreneur, the importance of networking in your opinion.
Networking is how you're going to make your connections. Can I stay behind a social media platform trying to network? It's not going to work.
Right.
It's not going to move how you need it to move. Networking is relationship building. Mm-hmm. And when you build relationships, you see things move in a way that you've never seen it move before. Okay. So networking is very important, even though I have to do mine in like increments, mm-hmm. and I have to go into my little portal and shut down. you have to get out there. You got to stay on feet. You have to keep doing things. One thing that's not going to go away is doing something the old school way. Get out.
Feet on the ground.
Yes. Hands on. You have to make it happen. People do not know you from through a social media platform unless you're making people, I don't know, somehow know you, but people can put on through a video, through whatever it is, chatting or whatever the case may be. Get out and let people feel your vibe and let people know that you're genuine about what you do, and you will build a clientele like you've never built before. Like this. That's all I got to say on that part. You have to network. I don't care how introverted you are.
Right. Well,
but you get your mind right.
Mm-hmm. Well, but when you separate it from business, like my personal life, I'm very introverted. But business, I know how to. So your network is your net worth. Because say I got 10 friends, and 10 of my friends have $100 each, right? So now with just my 10 friends, the net worth of my surroundings, the people who could potentially buy my stuff, or that's $1,000. But let's mind you that each of those 10 friends have 10 other friends or more or less or whatever. Out of those 10, we know how much each of them have. So your network, which is the people you spend your time around, is your net worth. But let me tell you this, though. All friends are not good friends. So if you hang out with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. Mm-hmm. If you hang out with 5 broke, don't want to be nobodies,
you're gonna be sitting there wasting time being a nobody too.
Right, because they're not helping you push towards whatever your goals are. So when we say your network is your network, we mean get out, meet people, but there is such thing as the right people.
The right people.
Yes. I always say when I speak, don't be the smartest person in the room. If you have 1 million friends and if you have 5 friends and everybody on the team is not so smart and you are the smartest, it means you're teaching them everything. Then who do you learn from?
You got to circle yourself around some other people you can learn from.
Right. Who do you learn from? They getting everything, but you're not getting nothing.
And nobody's pouring into you.
Right. And again, that doesn't mean get with your friends. That means
it's a time and place.
Add some others in, so that way everybody can gain. Right. So your network for me is your network, and even as an introverted person, it is important to realize that your business can't do it by itself. So even the fact that I work as a business coach, so I don't necessarily have to deal with people every day, I still need people. I still need customers. I still need, like there may be, and just an example, there may be a situation where I'm offering something and maybe Akayshia doesn't need what I'm offering, but she knows somebody who does.
Right.
So if she knows this person, but I approach this person and I don't know them, they don't trust me. So they may not listen for me, but if she approaches them, it may make all the difference because they trust Akayshia.
Right.
These are situations where your network is important.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I believe it.
Absolutely. Let me think. What else? What would you say is the most challenging part of being a full-time entrepreneur?
Children.
Children.
Having children.
Okay, tell me. Elaborate.
You gotta balance their time out because if you don't balance it out, they're gonna balance it for you.
Yeah. But especially
very much so.
Yes. Yeah, because they need time, they need energy, they need all of that.
And I'm not saying like children in a bad way. It's just, especially when you be zoned out, you be zoned out. You need them to sit down.
Well, and you're talking about littler kids, but even me. So my son, which I know I'd be feeling bad, and he's working on it, you guys. But when I come up to the office, a lot of times, and not just him, they all, even my husband gets like this, where they act like mommy works for herself, so mommy can stop when she wants
to,
and mommy has.
You're in go mode.
Yeah, it's like, but I can't. It's like, if anything, I got to work harder than the person who's working inside the business, because inside the business, you work from this time to this time, you can go home. For me, I'm not guaranteed anything. So I have
and in them
to,
businesses, them corporate worlds, they got people helping and doing stuff.
yeah, it's a
And you
group
just
of
one
people.
person.
You ain't got a bunch of hats. Like, so getting that understanding sometimes with your children and getting them to understand. And so I'm saying this to say, like, yours are little. It doesn't change when they get older.
And they do okay to a certain extent, but when are you finished yet? Well, how long is it going to take? Mm-hmm. Well, you said it was just going to take this long, and you're still doing it.
I mean, my son is hungry, wants to go to the basketball court, is bored. It's like,
oh, somebody chicken nuggets and fries after this. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Right. So yeah. So I can see how that could be challenging.
It's challenging for me because I almost think, what is it, ADHD?
Mm-hmm.
I almost think whatever that is, I have to shut everything down. So I can't do that multitasking stuff.
Well, see, and I can multitask, but I'm generally, first of all, if you do too much multitasking, you almost get everything started, but nothing done. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's important to be able to center. But I'm one of those, like, if I'm in a mode, I'm in a mode. As soon as you stop me, now when I have to get back to it, it takes me that much longer to now get back in that mode where I would have got so much more done if I would have just stayed in my rhythm. So that is difficult.
So I'm gonna explain, like, okay, so I'm right here, right? Mm-hmm. And my concentrating is either having on a YouTube channel talking about, motivation or something like that, or I have music on. Now, what can throw me off while I'm writing? The dryer going, the TV, a tablet being loud, my music playing that I'm trying to listen to or whatever I'm trying to listen to, mm-hmm. and people talking, which is weird because in salons, they talk, they do. I can't do that. Mm-hmm. I have to literally zone out because I'm timing myself like all the time. Like, get up, go, next person. So I cannot, like, I go into sensory overload. I really cannot focus.
Right. No, I got you.
I'll be like,
I can't take a whole bunch of noise, like, from a bunch of different things.
Yeah, all
going. I feel like it's chaotic, and your brain can't properly. Like, what was I
thinking? It's like my brain just goes shoom. I'm like, I can't think. Because even sometimes when I'm writing, I get creative on maybe AAB stuff, maybe Talk Uncensored. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of stuff like, or I might, send you something while I'm because I'm operating the other side while I'm doing something else because I'm in concentration
focus mode.
Yes, and that right there, a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time, that would shut me all the way down. I would have to call my mom. I would have probably a panic attack. I'm for real. I told her, I was like, I can't breathe. Mm-hmm. A few times I couldn't breathe.
So let me ask you, and this is going to be our last question. What is something you would tell other potential entrepreneurs just with some motivation to just start? Like, what is something you can give to other potential or people who either are already in business and are just kind of in an area of stuck, or people who are looking to start a business and don't really know where to start?
Plan it first. Even if the plan isn't going necessarily, that's a way for you to at least get something started, for you to start somewhere. Write it down, the things that you know that you're supposed to do, research what it is that you do to get better. Because if you don't, somebody else is going to do it better because you're out here trying to wonder and do all this other kind of stuff. Sit down, plan your stuff out, do your research on the things that you want to do. Because I cannot stand when somebody comes to me and they say they want a model, but they don't know what kind of model they want to be. That doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Yeah. Or understand what you got to have. Or
it doesn't make sense to me. And Google is there. Like, you have a smartphone, that's what it's for. Mm-hmm. Utilize it.
It's not 100% accurate.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, if everything on there isn't right, but you're going to find a lot of, it's going to get you something to where somebody know where you're actually serious because you are looking up stuff. You are trying to do what it is that you're supposed to do. And writing it down puts that in the atmosphere. Like, come on now. I need y'all to get with it now. These things, a lot of these things in the Bible now, write it plain. What it say? Write it plain.
Right.
Make it plain.
Make it plain.
Make it plain and make it happen. Because faith that works is dead. So after you write it down, you got to get to work.
Absolutely. So we got a couple people watching saying, hey, and
sorry.
Hey. How y'all
I
doing?
ain't looked at nothing, honey.
I haven't either. It wasn't showing up on my phone, and then.
Oh, wait a minute, gotta cut it down.
That's why mine is down. So, all right. So my. So my little, and thank you, hubby. Thank you. So my piece of just start, right, is number one, I'm going to piggyback on the research. Because as a business coach, that's one of the things I would tell you to do. Your research, right? I don't care what you plan on doing. Someone has done something similar, even if it's not exact.
Exactly.
Figure out who your competition is. Figure out how they're running. Figure out what they're, how are you going to differentiate yourself from them? Someone asked me the other day in a magazine interview, actually, what would I tell? What do I generally see when it comes to business owners and their struggle? A process. Most business owners do not have a process. They say, hey, I'm going to start selling shoes. I found some shoes. I'm going to start selling them. But what's your process? How do you market? Like, what does your brand look like? If you're a service-based business, you need to know how you onboard your clients. You need to know when you actually have them as clients, how do you service those clients? If you have a customer that's not very happy, how do you take care of that? When people come to know your business, what do they come to expect? If you don't learn exactly what you do, people can tell you that you do anything, which means someone will ask you, do you do this? And because you're like, oh, I want to make the money, you're going to say you can do it. And then you're going to put yourself in a situation. So research. I'm going to make a song out of it. Research. Do your research. Aside from that, find your why and just do it. It's okay to fail. I'm telling you, every winner has failed over and over and over again.
You say in the Bible, you going how many times?
7.
You gotta get back up.
Yeah. You gotta, and that's
these
just
things are written down. Dang.
Yeah. When you look,
listen.
You look at Bill Gates, you look at Albert Einstein, you get to read how often they failed before they actually, and it's what it is.
Not giving up.
Right. You just can't give up. Your time is coming. Also, stop looking at everybody else. Put your blinders on. Yes. Blinders on. Well, she's doing this, but you're wanting to be what somebody else is without knowing what they went through.
Exactly.
Like, you may not really want their situation if you really knew.
Right. And you don't know how they got put on either.
Right. And it may not be saying nothing bad about them, but you can only see what you see. So put your blinders on. You do what you're supposed to do. You do what you want to do. Like,
stay focused.
Right. Focus, discipline, learn, never stop learning.
That part. They never stop learning.
Trends change. People change. People's needs, wants, desires change. And you got to follow
what's going on.
Absolutely. So if you feel like you want to start a business, hit me up.
You need help with your talent? Hit me up.
Right. And even finances. So I'm going to tell this because it's important. Your finances. So we all make that phrase, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Oh my gosh, when I tell you that is a true statement. So I'm going to tell you guys, in 2018, so I got out of the military in 2017, end of 2017, going to 2018, I made my first 6 figures. I didn't know I made my first 6 figures though. So I just was kind of like, money was coming in, it was going out, coming in, going out, right? So I ended up filing my taxes, figured out how much I made. 6 figures. But I got penalized a lot, like over $40,000 in penalizations based on me not being ready for those 6 figures. So if I would have done it right, I would have separated my money the right way. Business account, personal account, pay myself from my business to my personal. I would have had my stuff set up. I would have been paying taxes quarterly instead of at the end of the year because I didn't know what was going on. So there's a such thing as, when they say, I'm ready for my millions. God, where's my millions? If you can't trust you with $1,000, if you can't manage $1,000, how are you going to manage $1 million? right? So it is important to start getting your stuff in order.
And you know what? Everybody always asks. You ever see on Facebook, be like, what would you do if you found $1 million? And people like, I ain't telling nobody. No, I'm gonna go get me an accountant.
You better.
I'm gonna go get me an accountant.
You actually brought this up not too long ago. Generally, when you look at Forbes and you look at millionaires, you see millionaires based on people who have worked to a certain point, right? You never see the lottery people, even though they won $1 million, because generally they don't know how to manage it. So they end up right back where they were.
I'm getting an accountant.
Exactly. So
handle this,
right.
And I'll pay you good.
Right. I need to flip it. I need to pay you good. Right. I need to create an ongoing income out of this money because I got this one time. Like, so it is important to get ready, because sometimes we're like, oh well, just wait for God to bless me, and He's like, I want to, but I can't until you're ready, because if I do, it's almost going to be just as bad as not blessing you, because
it's gonna be gone.
Right, it's gonna be gone, and you may be in a worse situation.
I'll be sick. I'll be sick. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll be sick, girl. Come visit me in the hospital. What's wrong with her? She lost all the money. You got on a bit later.
Oh goodness. No, I would be too. Like,
we'll be side by side. Put her in my room. I know her.
Right. It's important to know your weaknesses. Like, if you know that you're not good at managing money, then you put somebody in place
that you trust.
Right. So
it's hard to trust people with money.
It is.
I had to fight somebody.
Yeah, but still always stay in the know. Even if you put somebody in place, stay in the know. Always know.
That too.
What's
I've been watching them documentaries with them famous people. They'll put an account in place. They just taking their money. Right, they make so much money, they don't realize they taking extra.
Okay, let's see the books. We need to review the books weekly. Let's review. Where did this come from? Wait. Why did you get that?
Folks living luxury lives.
Right.
Off my dime.
Right. And we want everybody to come with us. Just don't cheat me.
Don't cheat me. Just don't cheat me.
Right. All right. So we are going to go ahead and end our little powwow. That being said, you guys remember, we are working towards making this not only a live show, but with a live audience. So we got some big things about to happen for the rest of this year and going into next year. We want to thank you for all those who are consistent viewers.
Gracias.
Yes, thank you. We love you. We couldn't have even got this far without you guys. So thank you. Even the people who give us the feedback, says, hey, I love it when you guys did this. Hey, you guys work on this piece. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
We do.
And we fix it. The stuff we need to fix, we fix. And the things that y'all love, we love it too.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
We had a friend who told me to stop putting the ceiling in the thing. You don't see the ceiling? You don't see the ceiling. So, but yeah, thank you. Thank you for feedback. Thank you for your support. And we just about to keep going, y'all. Like, get used to these faces. All right. So we're going to end it here. Unfortunately, since it's live, I have to get up and turn it off. We do. So you're about to see me real close, but I'm going to make sure y'all see her. I don't even see the, you're so silly. You better be careful because I don't even know if I can turn it off.